snapped the scoop. Hello everyone and welcome to an extra midweek video. And that's because today is a subscriber recommended craft project. Dance for the subscribers, yeah. So Cosmic Anarchist on Twitter messaged me, love all your videos, they're the best start of the weekend, would love to see you try this. I tried a pastel goth version, mine was a disaster. And the video they've linked is to Milky Decor Shop, and it's called Rainbow Decadent Tutorial, in brackets turn on captions. And it's basically customizing a phone case with a rainbow unicorn theme. Looks awful, looks absolutely terrible. I'm going to say it right now, but I'm going to give it my best shot and see if I can make it, even knowing I don't really like it.
You're so ugly.
Okay, so let's see what our first step is. So basically they're decantering transparent silicone into cups, and you want 4 different kinds, and then they're adding some paint and glitter. I think the glitter's just silver, and then they're doing a pink one, a blue one, a purple one, and a yellow one. And then once all that's done, it needs to go in piping bags. Okay, that's the first step. I think I can handle it. And it looks like all they've used for this is the bathroom silicone stuff. You know, I don't know what it's called, what you seal the bathtub with. They've just used some of that, which is fine. I know how to do that. You need one of these fancy tools though. I did actually seal my shower last year, I think. And anyway, long story short, the showers start to leak again. So I'm not very good. The thing is, I don't understand why they make the plastic so hard to cut through. Okay, and they're very vague about how much to actually put in, so I think you just eyeball it. Right, there's one tube done. Oh, it stinks, this stuff. The thing is as well with this customizable phone cover thing, there's a lot of effort that actually goes into it, and then when you get the finished product, the person who made this video must have questioned and been like, why? Why did I spend so long and so much time and put so much effort into something that looks so dreadful? And why am I doing it for? So now that you've got 4 cups with transparent silicone in them, next we're going to be adding a little tiny amount of white silicone into it as well. So now we want to add some glitter into this, just regular silver glitter. And then a little bit of acrylic paint, so this can be our pink one. Okay, and just mix these together. It's a lot stiffer than I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I was expecting it to be quite, I don't know, runnier. It's very stiff. I think I may have put a bit too much paint in, but never mind. Oh, honestly, it stinks. You have no idea how bad this smells. For some reason in the video, it looks like it's quite an easy thing to make. It's actually not. It's all like so messy and horrible. And I have to put this in a piping bag. I don't think so. Right, let's do our yellow one. Alright, that's that one done. Yeah, my colours are definitely way more saturated than what theirs was. They went for a very pastel rainbow unicorn kind of theme, and mine's a little bit more in your face.
The woman behind the bench who was hit with that ball.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of mixing this stuff, like, I feel like it's burning my throat. Is this dangerous for you? I'm just wondering if, like, the fumes are that dangerous. I don't think they are. You know what, I'm going to take my ring off because I'm going to make a mess, I can tell. Right, honestly, that's as good as it's going to get because it absolutely hums, and it's hurting my hands, it's that thick. Okay, so now that we've got our colours barely mixed, look at the state at the bottom. It's not mixed well at all, but it's going to have to do. Now I'm going to have to pipe them. And honestly, I'm not very good with piping bags. What's this for? What is this? I don't feel like it's important. A piping thing just goes in there, doesn't it? And I'm gonna need 4, I've just realised. So they're all gonna have to be different tips. Put it there. Yeah, like that. Perfect. I can still smell that silicone stuff and I feel like I'm eating it. Okay, so now I need to dry and get the silicone stuff into here. How? How is this even possible? Oh, I've snapped the scoop. It's just like a congealed chunk of shit. Can I do this? Is this possible? I feel like this is a waste of time. I'm gonna have to use a spoon. And yes, this is the baby studio spoon. It's still a studio spoon. It's just a small version. They come in multiple sizes. Right, this will be easier. I would love to understand what this person was on when they invented this to make. And also, there's just way easier ways to make what they made. They didn't need to do all of this. I don't understand what planet they're living on. I've barely got any in there. There's not a lot. I'm not doing any more. I'm just going to use the same spoon. I don't care if a different colour gets in another colour. They in the video, they push it down. They push it down with that. Look how mine doesn't even move. Oh, whatever. Whatever. I can't even get it down the piping bag. There is absolutely no chance. Look at the state of that. Oh, wait. Here we go. The trick is to be aggressive. Very, very aggressive with it. For how much silicone's in here, this is just, oh, it's such a waste of time. I don't know why I'm even bothering. I can't believe I managed to do that. There's one done, it took forever. Right, now all the other colours. That's a top tip if you, for some reason, decide you want to try this at home, but you should never try this at home because it's a crap idea. But when you get to this stage, put your silicone as far down into the piping bag as you possibly can. Because if you put it all the way at the top like I did there, it's impossible to get down. Okay, final one. Now I'm going to go wash my hands and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so the next step in this customised phone cover, they're basically piping all the different coloured silicones onto this phone case and then just adding a random load of shit to it. And what I find funny as well with this video, they don't actually show the finished product. They don't show it on a phone, they don't like show it off or kind of use it or anything like that. So I'm wondering whether this ended up being a really shit idea and they just decided not to tell everyone and pretended it was really good or something. I don't know. But I'm not going to really follow exactly what they're doing. I'm just going to pipe the silicone stuff onto this phone cover, add crap, and then call it a day. Because it's just, it's proper Tudors. I don't even know whether I'm going to be able to pipe this onto here. What a ridiculous idea. Oh, it's coming. The hell? It barely... Oh my god. Like, look at the state of it. I can barely get it out of the actual nozzle. I think it's going to burst the bag instead. Don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Nothing. It doesn't come out any further. Let me try the other colours. Maybe it's the yellow one's a bad one. Oh, I think the purple's a bit faster moving. Yeah, it is. And then we just... Oh, yeah. This is elegant. Oh, look at the... Oh, what the f***? Look at the state of that. Oh, no. This has to go down as one of the worst things I've ever tried. I can't even get it out. I can't. I cannot. You cannot be serious. Look at my piped bit of silicone. It just looks like... Well, it doesn't... It just looks awful. How on earth did they get theirs to come out in like a smooth whipped kind of swirl? It's impossible. Let's try the pink. It won't even come out of the piping bag. I feel like it's destined to be in here forever now. I'm trying to think what else I can come up with so that it's not a complete failure. And if you don't believe how serious I was about this, I bought charms and everything to stick onto it, but I can't seem to get it to work. I feel like it's like set in the bag, but I'm sure silicone has a better working time than this. I don't know what's going on. You know what? I think I'm going to have to call it a failure. I think I've been defeated. I've tried, and I think whatever the hell this is, it has beat us. I can't do it. It's all of this, like, I'm almost lost for words. I'm more lost for words because in the video they make it look very simple and very easy, especially the piping technique, and I found it impossible. I don't know what's happened, unless they're using like a different silicone than I am, but it looks like they're using regular bathroom silicone. I don't know. Something's gone wrong. Either I'm being lied to or I've done something wrong, but regardless, I wouldn't want to make that anyway because it's so ugly. It's such an ugly thing to make. Have you seen it? Have you seen the state of it? And also the thing is, with something as bulky as that, with that phone cover, if you put that on your phone, you're never going to be able to put your phone in your pocket. It's literally going to be the chunkiest thing to carry around ever. It's just going to be your phone with like a load of shite stuck onto it. The whole reason I decided to do this video is because I thought I was at least going to be able to make it and then take the piss out of it. But I couldn't even get past the making stage. So that just about does it for today's little extra midweek, not treat, but a complete disaster. Hopefully Hopefully you've enjoyed it for some strange reason. I don't know why you would. At the end of the day, hopefully I've shown you how crap the idea is. So if you ever stumbled upon this or something similar, you know not to even try it, because it's so bad. So if you enjoyed the fact that I've brought this to your attention and pre-warned you, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And Cosmic Anarchist, I want to know a few things. A, and I don't want to be rude about this, A, why did you try and make this? When you saw it, did you think it was a good idea? I'm being genuinely serious, and I'm not being mean at all. But when you watch the video where you're like, oh, I like that idea, I like that phone cover, I would like it on my phone. Or was it just kind of like a shits and giggles thing? You kind of genuinely wanted to make it. Well, I suppose other people have different tastes, so if you did then, it's nice. And B, you said that you had a disaster with it. What was your disaster? Was it the same disaster I had? Because I couldn't make it. I don't know whether you sent us a photo or not. I can't remember, it was a while ago. And I've washed my hands as well, and that silicone stuff, it doesn't really come off your hands. But anyway, I'm gonna go away and tidy up the studio. I literally just deep cleaned it yesterday, and now it's filthy again. This is what crafts does to you. You never ever have a clean and tidy space. There's always just stuff everywhere and paint on your walls and silicone on your table.